G'day guys, Sean from NAVASPIRE Car Conversations. Today I want to talk about the number one skill you need to get ahead in life. It is absolutely critical that you have this no matter what field you're in. And the scary thing is they don't even teach it in school. The number one skill is building relationships. You know, it's absolutely critical that you build relationships. And if you think about where we learn to build our relationships is generally from our parents. Our parents teach us how to interrelate with people and how to deal with people, but we don't actively learn about how to build good, lasting, empowering relationships that are win-win for both people. And it's really scary that they don't teach it in school, but it's not overly surprising. Now, why is it so important? Well, let's look at a couple of the most successful people in the world, just as an example. If we look at, say, Thomas Edison, created the light bulb. He had over 1,000 patents, 1,000 inventions registered with the patent office, and yet he only had 3 months schooling. And his schooling, he was told that he was often distracted, and essentially that led him to leave school. But the reason he was able to get through, even though he only had 3 months schooling and he had to deal with all the sciences, was because he built relationships with experts in their field. He built friendships with experts in their field that were able to help him to be able to achieve his dream. He was able to work with those people to get the outcome. He didn't need to know everything, but he was able to use their knowledge and build what it was that he was trying to achieve. Another person, if we look in more modern times, is Bill Gates. You know, Bill Gates didn't write the original platform for Microsoft. What he did is he acquired it, he bought it, and he was able to do that through empowering business relationships. So building relationships, no matter what field you're in, is absolutely critical, and it even matters. So personally, it doesn't matter whether you're looking for money or status or security or comfort, fun. It doesn't matter. All of those things come from people. And if you want to improve your life, what you have to do is you have to interact with people, and the quality of your interactions is going to determine the quality of the results that you get. If we listen to one of the richest people in the world and a great financial trainer is Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote the Rich Dad Poor Dad program, and the basic premise for that program was that he had two dads, his real dad and his best friend's dad. And they had different ideas about what money is, and he tells us that money is just an idea. But the difference in the quality of his life was the relationships that he developed. He developed a close relationship with his friend's dad, who he calls his rich dad, who had different ideas about money. And by immersing himself with that rich dad, he was able to grow his financial wealth dramatically. I think latest figure, he was worth about $80 million or something like that. I can't remember exactly. He was able to do that by building relationships with the right people. It wasn't about necessarily doing the right things. It was about building relationships with someone that was able to empower him to get better results. And so what we learned from some of these great mentors is that your life is the average of the 6 closest people that you hang around with. So let's have a think about it in terms of money. Generally, statistically speaking, you will earn the average of the 6 closest people that you hang around with. So I want you to have a think about who are the people that you hang around with, where are they at in life, and what are they earning, what are they doing, how empowering is their life, because the chances are that you're going to be the average of those people. And so if the people that you hang around with are that little bit higher, what that's going to do is it's going to drive you up. But if those people are a little bit lower in terms of whatever it is, in terms of their ideas, their thoughts, their feelings, their relationships, their financial career, it doesn't matter, whichever area that it is that you want to focus on, you want to find people and immerse yourself with people that are up where you want to be. I want you to think about people in terms of financial language, because it's logical and it's easy to account for. And you need to look at people and find out whether they're a liability or an asset to you. Is that person empowering you to be a better person? Are they forcing you to ask better questions of yourself to drive you to better results? Or are they dragging you down? Are they negative? Are they pulling you in a way that you don't want to go? So assess all your relationships and ask yourself, is this person an asset or a liability? And if if it's a liability, then like you would with anything else, you cut that liability. You know, sometimes, unfortunately, to make a tree more healthy, we need to just trim a few branches from it, you know, pull away a few dead leaves, and then the rest of the tree flourishes. And that's exactly what we need to do, and we also need to give it some nutrients as well. And finding people that are going to empower you and push you are going to be those nutrients you need, especially when things get tough. You know, it's easy for us to have goals and work towards those goals, but if you've got people that are continually pulling you down, that can be really, really hard to achieve those goals. And what happens is, again, you become the average of your friends and you start to use some of the language that they use as well. On the flip side, if you've got people that are empowering and energetic and they push you to strive, you're going to start to use that language and you're going to start to become energetic and empowering, and you're going to help bring other people up as well. So it's really, really important to establish good relationships. And there's an easy way for you to find out if someone's of high intelligence or low intelligence and whether they're going to help you. It's actually really simple. Low intelligence people generally speak about people. A common example is gossip. You know, they'll talk about other people, they did this, they did that, and it's usually negative. So low intelligence people generally talk a lot about people. Middle intelligence people will generally talk about events. What's the weather like? What happened? What's on the news? Those sorts of things. Events. What happens in day-to-day life? How busy are you today? Those sorts of things. And again, you know, there are flavors to that. It can be positive, it could be negative, but generally speaking, that middle level of conversation is talking about events. And then the higher conversation is ideas, philosophies. You know, those are the things that are empowering. Those are the things that successful people talk about. They talk about ideas. You know, what is it they're coming up with next? What else could happen? How could we improve? You know, just thinking about how we can change things. You know, intelligent people realize that nothing is constant, that things always change. And when I talk about assets or liabilities, that's something that you need to bear in mind. There's no middle ground there. That everybody is either pulling you up or they're pulling you down. Nothing ever stays the same. And that's a consistent theme that you'll hear in my videos, that I strongly believe is that nothing stays the same. Everything changes always. So things are either going up or they're going down. You need to find people that are pulling you up. Immerse yourself with people that empower you. You know, Les Brown, I've mentioned his name in a few of my videos, one of my favourite speakers. He has a phrase, OQP, only quality people, okay? So that is only people that are pulling you up. Those are the only people that you associate with. Once you've identified that people that you want to associate with, you need to then practice building relationships. Now, the first key to building a relationship is to give before you ask. You need to give to that person. You need to give yourself to that person. Help them in any way you can. And be genuine in your efforts. You know, smart people see straight through false intentions. So spend the time in being genuine with someone that you really want to spend time with. Take them to dinner, spend a bit of money, spend a bit of time, and see what you can do to help them. You know, sometimes people can feel a little bit threatened by that, and they think, well, if I'm not spending time with these people now, then why would they want to spend time with me? You know, you might just be surprised. If you ask, quite often you'll get what you want, and especially if you explain to that person why you want to spend time with them, you know, that you admire their work, that you think that they're a great person, and you'd really like to spend some time with someone that empowers you, and you want to make a better life for yourself. You know, growth and improvement is extremely attractive to people. People love someone who starts from the bottom and work their way up. I mean, you look at movies, everybody loves the underdog because it's someone who goes through adversity and strives and then succeeds. You know, successful people enjoy people that are striving to succeed. Whether you're there or not yet is irrelevant. The fact that you're going through the process is attractive to people. So have the confidence, step up and say, you are successful, I want to spend some time with you because I'm trying to improve my life, and I think that, you know, you could really be a positive influence in my life, and I'd really enjoy that. Could I please take you to dinner and we could have a beer? You know, and that's how you can start to build relationships. Be genuine in your effort to do so and to help other people, and that will naturally come through. And the higher the quality of the relationships that you have, then the better results you're going to get. So the number one skill, going back to where I started, the number one skill is absolutely building relationships in everything you do, whether it's your work, your personal life. You know, even if you're a self-employed person, you need customers. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, you need to build relationships with people. Learn to do that in a very genuine way that looks for a way that you can both benefit. And if you can do that, you can certainly succeed in life by surrounding yourself with better people, better quality people that are going to help improve you. So number one skill, guys, work on your relationships above anything else. It doesn't matter what field you're in. That's it for today. Thank you very much for listening. Check out the website www.improvedaily.com.au and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.